Hey, y'all, good morning, good morning. I was just about to take a sip of my smoothie, but I want to come to y'all this morning with the Car Chronicles about the importance of knowing who you are and what you want. Whether it was with a relationship or whether it's with a job, and no matter what it's with, family, kids, house, no matter what it's with, you have got to know who you are, at least to the extent that you know what you want. Like I said, there's a lot of folks out here, of course, not just people that we deal with, folks we may not even know. Jobs, there's other relationships that we may join, whether it's romantic, with our kids, with a partner, with just friends, coworkers, that kind of thing. It's important to know what you want out of life and who you are. The reason why I'm saying this, because anybody, not saying anybody will just run over you. Some folks will. There are some folks out there who will just use and abuse you. You have got to, of course, like I said, be able to know what you want out of life and to, of course, stand for that. I guess I put it that way as well. And I'll just use a job, for example. When you're dealing with a job, of course, you have to know, of course, if that job is for you, if it's not for you, what the case is, what you, like I said, want out of that. Like I said, any job, any place can tell you what they want you to do, that kind of thing. But if it's not lining up with your values, with your beliefs, any of those things, then you know that you have to move on. Like I said, I know I've stayed at jobs for years and years and years. After a while, of course, in the beginning, of course, it's for me and that kind of thing. But after a while, it's like, I don't like this. I need to try something new. I need to do something different. And like I said, I'm sure we all get to that point. But like I said, we have to not be afraid to, of course, take that leap of faith when it comes to stuff like that. Like I said, I'm using a job for an example, but it goes with the same thing with relationships as well. Well, romantic relationships. We know that when we're meeting people, we're out here dating and that kind of thing, you have to know what you want and who you are. If you don't know what you want, how in the world you're going to start dating, looking for a partner? If you don't even know who you are, how are you going to start looking for a partner to fulfill whatever it is you're trying to fulfill, out of life? Like I said, you definitely have to know those things. Like I said, that's why I always try to talk about as far as the power in knowing yourself and the power in, of course, knowing others and trying to, of course, figure out others. I guess I put it that way as well. Like I said, that is something that is greatly important. The first thing I would tell you as far as learning who you are is just to sit down. I'm a big person when it comes to journaling and writing down your thoughts and that kind of thing. And that's what has worked for me throughout the last, I don't know how many years. And the first thing I would tell you is to, of course, just get you a notebook, get you a journal. If you need a journal, I should have a link. I'll put it in the description or in the comments later on. But I created some journals as well that you can, of course, write your information in there. That you can write down, who am I? What do you like? What you don't like? What you want to do? What your goals in life? What kind of things you want to achieve? Writing down all those things. That's how you start finding out who you are. It's not just going through life and people are telling you are a good singer or you will make people laugh or you should do this at a job. You have to know who you are. Like I said, nobody should be able to tell you what kind of job you may need in life. Nobody should be able to tell you what kind of partner you may want in life. You're the only person who should know those things. Like I said, when you're dating, you're trying to get married or those kind of things. Like I said, you definitely have to know who you are. Knowing, like I said, well, of course you should know what your past is. I guess I put it that way. But how those past experiences may trigger you in relationships. I guess I put it that way. And what kind of triggers you have when it comes to relationships. Whether you was a person who was sexually abused or in a domestic violence situation, and you still have some triggers or some healing to do around those things. Those are things that you have to know about yourself, especially when it comes to dealing with a romantic partner. That person does not know you from Adam. So you have to, of course, allow that person to get to know you. And in order for you to allow them to get to know you, you have to know yourself first. Like I said, what you like, what you don't like, what your triggers are, what kind of things you're still working on healing from, what kind of things you're still trying to, of course, implement as far as your goals. The things that you want to achieve, you have to know all those things. Like I said, you may not know every single thing to the T, and things are going to change probably every month or every year, however your life is set up and however your creativity is set up. But like I said, you definitely would have to at least start off with some simple things. Like I said, just knowing who you are and what you like and what you don't like. Especially when, like I said, when it comes to those relationships and some people are users and abusers. Some people are just looking for somebody to date or to just have sex with, and that's it. Some folks are looking for marriage. You have to know what you want, whether you're wanting somebody just to have sex with, whether you're wanting somebody just to cuddle with and not have sex, whether you're wanting somebody just to, of course, date I was going to say, what is going on? Oh, whether you want somebody just to date, and not actually marry, or whether you're wanting somebody to marry. Like I said, you have to realize, you have to know those things first before you go approaching anybody else about whether they want to date you or y'all want to go on dates and get together. You have to know them things first, not them. Like I said, that was one thing that I had to learn as well, going through relationships and that kind of thing too, that people will tell you what you want all the time. You do this well, or you don't know how to love men well, or whatever it is. I don't know. I'm just making some stuff up. But folks will tell you what you know how to do well, but you have to know how to discern those things. People can tell you anything all day long, but for me, it's always what you answer to. If you're not that person who you can sing, but you may not even want to take that up as a career, then you should know that about yourself. Or if you're a person that actually wants to get married, but you're dating these people and they're saying they don't want to get married, all they want to do is have sex or whatever it is, then you know that's not anybody that you need to deal with. And hey, sis Abigail, thank you for tuning in. I hope that you're doing well. And like I said, you definitely have to know that about yourself. Like I said, that's why it's so important that we have to learn who we are. And of course, what we like and what we don't like. Like I said, anybody would tell you anything. I don't care if you know them well or not. Like I said, there are some folks that I've met with, dated with in the past, years ago, that kind of thing, saying all this stuff, or you should like this, or because you're black folks don't do these kind of things, and where do you get this kind of stuff from? Like I said, I know what I like, I know what I want. So like I said, if you can't get with that, then this is the last date. I guess I put it that way. And like I said, I've had to tell people that. And like I said, we have to get to a point where we can advocate for ourselves and not be apologizing for it. Like I said, that's something that I had to learn years ago. And like I said, I'm telling y'all this morning as well, because I know when it comes to especially romantic relationships, lots of times our families, our parents and stuff like that, brothers and sisters, and sometimes, of course, like I said, our jobs as well. Like I said, we definitely have to know those things. And like I said, a job, like I said in the first example, you're interviewing for a job, and if you know that job is not anything that you like, or just don't take it just because of the pay, I guess I put it that way. Make sure that you're taking it because it lines up with your values, your beliefs, and some of the goals that you may have and that you want to achieve in life. I know that's what I've tried to do in every single job that I've had. And in relationship as well. Like I said, we have to make sure that all those things align, because if not, I have seen, and I have been in a relationship where, and a job, once it got to that point where I was unhappy, needing to leave, the values and the beliefs after they switched management, that kind of thing did not line up anymore. Like I said, we have to know what we can deal with and what we cannot deal with. And like I said, I'm saying all that this morning just to let y'all know, like I said, again, it's very important that you start learning yourself. It's never too late. I'm 45 years old. I started learning myself years ago, but you can always start today. I'm still learning things by myself every single day. And for me, it never stops. I'm sure about Abigail, I'm sure that it never stops as well, too. And for those who watch the replay, I'm sure it never stops as well, too. Like I said, we have to get to that point. We have to, like I said, if you don't have a journal, get a notebook, get a notepad, get some sticky notes, get something that you can write on. If you need a journal or you want to buy one, I have those as well. You can click the link in my bio. I think it's in there. But like I said, definitely get something to write with. Dollar Tree has journals and sodas or notebooks, and so does Walmart for like 30-something cents right now because it's a school season. So go get one. And like I said, just writing down what you like, what you don't like. Those are the simplest things to start with. Some of the goals or some of the things you want to achieve in life. And of course, some of the things that may trigger you, whether you're a person that's triggered by racism or somebody may say something out of the way to you and you feel like you're getting upset about it, like that kind of thing, or whether you've had sexual abuse in the past or any domestic violence or drug usage in the family or that kind of thing. Make sure that you're writing those things down so that you can know more about yourself. Like I said, just writing down like the little subheadings and just go ahead and write. You don't have to write paragraphs and or perfect paragraphs and that kind of thing at all, but just writing down little snippets about this happened to me at this age or whatever age it was, or when I was a kid, or this happened to me in my family, or these moves helped me, made me feel abandoned, or whatever it is. Just writing down some things that you can notify and distinguish about yourself so nobody else will have to tell you who you are. So like I said, with that, and I see some typing, let me see. Abigail says, I know I'm not the singer. I'm much better at being the audience for gifted singers. I understand that, me too, because I can't sing either, sis. I can try all day in the shower and that kind of thing, but I sound horrible, actually. And you say, I say, know your role in all situations. Yes, most definitely, sis. In all situations that you encounter, you have to, like she said, know your role. You have to know your role and know who you are as well. And that's the same thing as knowing your role. Like I said, if you don't fit that role, or you don't fit whatever that relationship role or that job role or whatever it is, then you know that you have to move on and find something else different. It does not mean that your world's going to end, your life is going to end. Oh my God, it's the end of the world and that kind of thing. There's many of as they say, fishes in the sea. There's many jobs out here. There's many partners out here. It may not be in your city or the state that you're in. Sometimes you have to move to a different place or location in order to, of course, find that better job or that better business idea or that better partner. Just keep that in mind. Like I said, sometimes you have to do those things. I know a lot of us don't want to come out of our comfort zone like that. Like I said, I had to move it, but I didn't have to move. But like I said, I chose to move so I can find out how life was in other arenas and other places. And I'm actually loving it here in Tucson, finding out how much small business support they have here. And that was different from where I was before. So like I said, I had to venture out to learn those things and to experience those things as well. And like I said, you may have to as well, especially if you're trying to build something different, whether it's relationship, business, job, whatever it is. You may have to venture out of your own comfort zone in your own area as well. So with that, like I said, I know I got to get into work because I got 6 minutes to get in and get clocked in and all that, because we have a meeting this morning. And I actually have my first support group I'm hosting this morning too. So I'll tell y'all about that probably tomorrow morning. But like I said, y'all take care. Have a great one, y'all. For those who catch the replay, definitely enjoy. And Sis Abigail, thank you for tuning in. Like I said, have a great day, y'all, and be blessed.